Let's get ready to rumble!
How would you like it if you was getting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock when you was a kid, while all your brethren were going out partying, chasing gal, doing whatever they wanted to, while you stayed dedicated to your craft, you know, learning how to dodge punches, learning how to absorb punches, learning how to deal with pain, the grueling training regime, going away from tournaments when you're young, your parents ain't there, none of your friends ain't there. You turn pro, you make a success of that, you become a champion, people recognize you for your achievements, and then when the fight game starts not going your way, they're saying, the fans and magazines, media, and whatever you want to say, are saying that you should retire. After all the hours of entertainment I gave you, you're telling me, nah man, I should retire. Well, if you can't celebrate with me when shit ain't popping like how it used to, don't celebrate with me when it's popping. I mean, Roy Jones doesn't need my sympathy, yeah? What is he? 5-time world champion? Let me see. Middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight champion. The only middleweight, apart from Bob Fitzsimmons, to win the heavyweight crown. Him, James Toney, Evander Holyfield, they don't need our sympathy, you know? If they're prepared to risk their health to pursue their goals, if they believe they can recapture their past form and win world titles, you know, they should be allowed to do so without our disapproval. I mean, what are you worried about? They're going to mess up your memories of when they used to fight in the 90s and shit like that. Come on, man. Shit changes. Shit changes, you know? This is a different chapter in their career. They have to fight with obstacles now. Yeah, reflexes might have slowed down a bit. Punch resistance ain't the same. But yo, it's a challenge. Just like it was when they was in their early 20s. It's a challenge. And that's what these fighters crave for, is a challenge. So, you know, what you have to realize, the reason they're still fighting past their supposed primes or peaks is the reason why we held them up in such high esteem when they was champions, when they was great champions. So yo, Roy, you think you can be cruiserweight champion at the end of the year? Go for it, dog. You know what I mean? James Toney still thinks he can be heavyweight champion? Yo, go for it. Because that's what your health and strength is there for. You have an option what to do with it. You can be cautious with it, like most of us are, or you can stare in the eye of the storm and walk straight into it. Yeah? And that's what they're choosing to do. That's what they're choosing to do. And we have to realize is when these fighters were in their prime, their supposed prime, because as far as they're concerned, they're still in their prime. They've just had a couple of losses. That's how they see it. That's their mindset, right? You know, what you have to realize is these guys, they fought big championship matches while they was injured, while they had personal tragedies in their life. And they still overcame that and they won the fight. A lot of them, even if they had a leg amputated, they'd still go in the ring if somebody would allow them to. Because that's who they are. Their DNA screams they have to fight. That's why I'm a spectator and you're a spectator. And they're warriors and gladiators. Yeah? And you can't get squeamish about this particular side of boxing. If you're a boxing fan, I don't get where the squeamishness comes in. You know, because if you're saying, well, he sounds punch drunk now. Well, that didn't start as soon as he got grey hairs and he couldn't dodge a jab or couldn't pull the trigger no more. That started when he was an amateur boxer, when he was a young kid taking punches. You know, it's only it didn't come to the surface. So, if anything, you should have been screaming at him then to stop boxing, because that's when it started. That's when it started. I mean, you can't have a world, and let's stick to boxing, where all the fighters bow out when they're peak climaxed. I mean, that's crazy. What would happen to fighters like Jersey Joe Walker, Archie Moore, George Foreman, Bernard Hopkins? Ali fought late into his life and he won a third title. I don't feel sorry for Ali. He's done much more with his life than I have. I don't feel sorry for him. When I see him, I just see, yeah, he's ill. But a lot of us are going to get ill, even if we don't push the envelope. Illness is a part of life. Or didn't you know that? I mean, this sanitized version of life that you guys are living as a boxing fan is ridiculous. I mean, some of you say, yeah, you're not going to fuck with boxing no more because fighters are taking drugs and there's bad decisions. Hello? Planet Earth calling. This is the world we live in. Some people will cheat to get over. Some people won't. I mean, one of Hopkins' friends recently came out of jail. 52 years of age, I think the guy is. And I think Hopkins is helping him realize his dream of being a boxer, a professional boxer. And he's 52 and like the guy's chiseled up, ready to go. And yo, he might not become a world championship boxer. Yo, he might get knocked out in every fight he faces. But you know something? He's living and he's breathing. And that's what life's all about. It's seizing your moment. You know? And then again, sometimes that's not what life's about. Some of us don't want to seize the moment. Some of us just want to lay back in the car, take orders from your boss all day and, you know, go back home, watch a little cable, you know, drive a little modest car. Maybe you go out and eat once a month. And, you know what I mean? Don't take no chances, no risk. And yo, that's a good life for you. It's a good life for you. I'm not knocking that, but that's your life. Some people have to push that envelope just to feel like they're breathing, you know? And you can't really tell a man who's been to the mountain summit and he saw wonders up there that he shouldn't revisit it because it's a dangerous climb. The concept of what you're saying makes no sense to him. It might make sense to you. And I'm going to wrap up this video with a quote that I'm going to paraphrase from Evander Holyfield. After he fought George Foreman, after he defended his heavyweight crown against Big George, Foreman had absorbed a lot of punches and he just stoically took his punishment. Like, I'm talking 10 punch combinations and maybe 7 out of the 10 landed. Flush. And he went the distance. And people started criticizing Holyfield. Man, you couldn't knock out a 45-year-old plus heavyweight. You can't punch. You're too small. You're not a legitimate heavyweight champion, and all this criticism. Holyfield just replied, I wasn't fighting his age. I was fighting the man. And let's keep this real, man. Let's keep this real. Like, okay, let's take me, for instance. I spend way too much time in front of the computer screen. Way too much time on my cell phone. Just building up radiation in my brain and, you know, shit like that. Some of you just eat processed food for the whole day and don't think nothing of it. Nothing green touches your plate. Rarely, you know what I mean? Maybe a bit of lettuce off a burger and that's it. You know, some of you don't think nothing to smoke 5 blunts a day and shit like that. I mean, I used to do all that shit. Or a box of cigarettes, you know, drink a few can of Tennant's lager a day, or special brew, or crack open the St. Ides, you know what I mean, or Cavassier, you know what I mean, your processed food, your skunk weed, you know what I mean, fucking women raw dog. Now, full well some of them have some disease stink box upon them, you know what I mean? And even though a lot of that is not gonna kill most of us on the spot, you're killing yourself slowly, and you're damaging the quality of your life. And the thing is, for the most part, take someone like Holyfield, you know what I mean? He lives a healthy life, man. He eats properly, he trains regular. And surely, before we're telling Hall of Fame boxers that they should retire, a lot of us might be better served actually looking at what they're doing in their lives, as opposed to trying to give them advice. You know, truth. Surely he knows his body better than we do, and what his body can take better than we do. I mean, okay, if a boxer is sanctioned by a certain commission and they find him unfit to fight, fair enough, it's a wrap, it's all over, it's all over. But until then, surely we should just give a Hall of Fame boxer, or any boxer, you know what I mean, the benefit of the doubt that they know their bodies better than we do, and they basically know when they need to quit and when they've got it out of their system. So that's my take on that. And the bottom line is really, I suppose I'm just coming from that point of view, is that I fucking hate getting told what to do, man. I just don't like it. Peace out.